Hello friends, Just a Lost Soul here, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 3. We are here in beautiful Montana, where this whole thing started, honestly. This was our very first map, and honestly, if you look at it... Say honestly one more time, jeez. If you look at it overhead, it's looking pretty close to being actually done, which is pretty exciting. We're kind of wrapping things up with this park. A little bit. Press mute by accident, adjusting the volume. Right off the bat, that's pretty cool. They need a status check. What are our rangers doing? I think we... Did we have a storm or something? It's been a couple days since I played this. I don't know. Okay, so... We've actually beaten this one as well. Like, we've 5-starred this map, so at this point, it's like... Whatever. We can kind of just do whatever we want at this point. We can research things. Let's research Stegoceratops for some reason. I don't know why we do that, but we can. Maybe we'll put it somewhere. I don't know. What's in here? We have Microceratuses. They... down here? I think they're gonna live down here. Yeah. That sounds like a thing. They do like each other, so this is probably what I was planning. Cool. Yeah, everyone's just... No one has their status checked. I think there was a storm or something at the very end of the last episode. Yeah. Thank you, announcer lady, for confirming what I just said. Look at those acros in the distance. How cool is that? They look amazing. Awesome. Okay, so what else do we want to build here? Wonder if there's space anywhere for like a little Oviraptor exhibit. It feels like we should have it in this more deserty place. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Microceratops to the park.
Maybe like right here, honestly. We could tuck in a little enclosure for them. Let's do that. Why not? I'm just thinking about it. I want to see Oviraptor in the desert. It just feels right. We definitely do not need medium fence for that. Maybe we put it like right along the path. And people can look in.
Asset delivery confirmed.
And something else can probably live in here too. There's a good number of small animals. This might be a little too small. Smooth that. Just flatten, then smooth. Yeah, this looks like a thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
Easily expanded as well, but yeah, we can just tuck that in. Okay, Ranger team, what are you doing? One of you, status check these things. They've turned red, apparently. Carnos as well. This is a bit of an issue, apparently. Lystrosaurus claimed the nesting area again? Okay.
asset delivered.
Microceratus is happy. Lovely. Why have they turned red? What's causing that? Is it because something's happened with them? Are they dying or something? I don't know. Okay, let's make some Oviraptors. What do we want them to look like? maybe a little bit more drabish. These ones, since, I don't know. Let's do Great Sandy Desert. I honestly like that. And Pulcrana? Calcarana, that's the one. Okay. Great Sandy Desert, Calcarana, Humble. Excellent. Takes a surprising amount of people to make these things. Okay. We'll put a gate on this as well. And a post. Because, yeah. There. You guys okay? Yeah, they're good. I think it just pops up when they've been, like, gone a really long time. Yeah. Go figure. That's finished. Okay. Do we want 6 of them? Maybe we'll stick with 4 for now. Maybe we can breed them again. We'll just do 2 pairs. Yeah, they need at least 2 females. Awesome. Okay. Oh, I was gonna make Hypsilophodons live in here with the Corythosauruses. Wow. Never seen that before. Maybe we should make some more Notosauruses too, considering how happy these ones are. No. Okay. Well, I don't... Yeah. I keep saying we're gonna get Hypsilophodon, I feel like, but we don't. So, let's get that going as well. What do we want it to look like? I like mangrove forest. Limpopo's pretty cool. Svalbard's pretty cool. Let's do Gambia River Basin, honestly. It's that the more vivid coloring I think complements this dinosaur really well. And it'll look really nice against the like the desert. Yeah. And you need leaf, right? Because we talked about this. Yeah, and a little bit of wetland. Well, let's make it. How's our Corythosauruses? They're good. They've got lots of pasture. Okay, we'll figure that out. I'm not worried about it. Our Carnos get checked? Yeah, they're good. Acros. Excellent. We're gonna get more Lystosauruses. They need a status check. Everything needs a status check. Everything. Even our sauropods and stuff. They're getting the hang of it. It's fine. Okay. Hypsilophodon, here we go. Yeah, just go for it. Yeah, okay. Cool. So, yeah, right now we're just kind of hanging out, just chilling. That's what this series really has kind of turned into. It's what kind of both the series I'm doing at the moment really are. Because, like, Megaquarium is just, like, super laid back. It's just me messing around with fish. If there are any suggestions you guys have for, like, other games to play and stuff, or other content you'd like to see, I'd love to hear them. Because, yeah, I've been thinking a little bit about, like, the state of, like, this series and what comes next and stuff. I definitely want to keep playing Evolution 3, but I don't know how much longer we're gonna keep the campaign going. I've said a couple of times, I've gone on record saying I want to, like, finish all the maps and stuff, but I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit fatigued with it. It might be, like, maybe this series just becomes a little less frequent in comparison. Okay, this is ridiculous. What is with you guys? Advanced... Okay. Just scan the damn dinosaurs. Jesus. Well, we can release these Hypsies. while the Oviraptors are going. Just a little. They're definitely not as cute as the Deinocheirus. There is definitely an accusation to be made that this is...
animal, the Hypsilophodon, was found in quite a fossil hotspot on the Isle of Wight. It's often been called the deer of the Mesozoic, but this scientist thinks we should be thinking of deer as the Hypsilophodons of the modern day.
It's weird hearing a voice line. I'm not used to it anymore. There we go. They're happy. Is the Corythosaurus is okay with that? Yeah, they're good. Awesome. And they just need some water.
The Oviraptor got its name from the hypothesis that it survived by stealing and eating eggs from other dinosaurs. It's not a feeding habit that will win you many friends, but it is another amazing example of how species rely on one another in surprising ways.
Never mind the fact that it doesn't actually do that. Let's, that looks terrible. Let's try and fix it up a little. If we can. Yeah, there we go. Needs a little bit of cover.
Transportation complete.
You can fit these in surprisingly tight. Okay, and lots of leaf.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an Oviraptor to the park.
I want that tree back. Same with that one.
Commencing asset transit.
There we go. How's it going, guys? We've definitely seen Oviraptors before, obviously. But they're always just nice to have, you know? The Hypsies are definitely still the more exciting one. I was gonna say, there's definitely an accusation to be made with these things that they're just an uglier Drysaurus, but I like them, and I've been wanting them for a really long time, so I'm very glad we got them, though. This episode is probably going to be titled, like, a joke about, them not living in a swamp. Or it's probably gonna be this thing doesn't... The episode is probably titled This Thing Doesn't Live in a Swamp, because it's an in-joke about the Wetlands Pack. Are you guys a small nest? Probably. I imagine this is pretty... yeah. Yeah. There we go. Words. What was I gonna say? I was talking about a lot of things, and then I got sidetracked. As usual, ADHD. Yeah, that actually segues back into what I was talking about, which is this series and its longevity and stuff. Our baryonyxes are getting old. Weird. It's kind of a shame. They've been here a long time. Okay, but, like, yeah, I've been doing this. I mean, this is obviously, like, the very first series on the channel and stuff. Like, it's just started. No. Okay. I'm gonna contracept these Lystrosaurus's.
Ladies and
I
gentlemen,
want to have a lot of
we are
them,
pleased
but
to welcome
I want to
a
make
Mr.
more
Saurus to the park.
Microceratuses, more importantly. Okay, that should be everybody. Okay. Yeah, like, the channel started with, Jurassic World Evolution 3. I've wanted to have, like, a YouTube channel for ages, and this just seemed like a good excuse to start doing, like, little Let's Plays and stuff. Was the game launching, and I've had a blast playing it with you guys and recording and everything. It's been so much fun. I'm just kind of like, so what comes next? Because obviously, like, the campaign story has sort of ended and stuff. So, yeah, just kind of a little unsure of how much longer we're gonna keep doing this. I think I definitely still want to keep playing it, but I definitely think it'd be good for just diversity's sake to start doing some other stuff. If I were able to not get distracted enough to finish a sandbox build. I could do sandbox tours and stuff. That probably will be a thing eventually. What the heck? That is hideous. Okay. What's that? Copy paste style. There. Weird. That was awful. Okay. Ruined my little thing, too. Yeah, that will probably be a thing eventually, because I do have some cool sandbox parks I'm working on. They're just not finished, and the way I tend to play games like this in sandbox isn't the most exciting thing. I mean, we get a little bit of that with Megaquarium, but with this game especially, it's mostly just me being like, herder, place thing, look closely, and stuff, and also me just like flipping around from thing to thing and just watching the dinosaurs do stuff. Same reason we haven't played Planet Zoo on this channel yet either. Though, again, I do have a Planet Zoo sandbox build right now that I'd probably like to show off when it's done, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, you never know. So over here, we have our Stegosauruses, which is the best dinosaur in the game. I was seeing something earlier. Apparently, like our holotype specimen of Stegosaurus was, like, squished in the hip department, which is why Stegosaurus is always depicted as being thin. But apparently they, like, were actually a lot thicker than we thought they were. So they would have had quite a bit more width to them. They would have been built a little more like a Triceratops with plates, which is weird to picture, but yeah. Let's research some other stuff. What can we research? Staff Center. Power 5. There. Okay. Wonderful. How's our pterosaurs doing? They're doing good. Awesome. Acro's doing good. The Acros have so much room, but they're fun to watch. This is, like, definitely how much room all the dinosaurs probably should have, if we're being honest, like, from a welfare standpoint. But the game says it's okay, so it's okay. You know what I mean? Can we get someone working on this? Someone status check these guys. Raptors too. Our raptors are elderly. I'm letting them pass, and then we'll breed a new pack of raptors when they do. Something else should live in here with the Deinochyruses. Question is what? Something that likes... I mean, they've got plenty of free space with, like, the wetland and stuff. So it probably can be pretty much whatever we want. Chunkingosaurus. What does Deinocheirus like to live with? Sauropods and hadrosaurs. Maybe Maiasaura? It's been a really long time since we had a Maiasaura. There's also Styracosaurus, which we've only made a handful of times, I feel like. And Struthiomimus. Let's make some Struthies. Today is Small Herbivore Day, apparently. I'm not sure if we've actually made Struthiomimus. I probably have to go back and look through, like, the previous parks, because I can't seem to recall doing it. I know we've definitely had Struthiomimus, because we got it in the Indonesia park. That's something I was getting at, a point I was getting at making earlier that I kind of forgot or didn't get to, is I'm just running out of movie quotes for the titles of the episodes. Like, it's becoming an issue. I go to upload and it's like, add a title, and I'm like, and then I end up, like, crawling through, like, IMDb looking at the quote section because I committed to doing this thing, and it's like, I don't know. Would you guys be annoyed or care at all if I stopped doing the quotes in the titles? I know it would annoy me, but I feel like I'm running out. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's a whole thing. because that was like one of the things I wanted to do in particular when I started doing the series. I was like, and every episode is going to be titled a quote from the films. I did not anticipate we would be nearing 70 episodes. You know, I don't know. I just didn't think about it that way. Everything's good over here. How's our Carnotauruses? They were the highlight of the last episode. Doing good. Our Struthies are ready already. This is the right enclosure, right? Yep, those are the Deinoceiruses. You don't want to get that wrong. They're right next to the raptors. I guess they're both ornithomimids. What does the game categorize Deinocheirus as, actually? Where is it? There it is. It's up there. Biography. Family. Deinocheirus. Okay. Is it just its own thing? Sauropod, hadrosaur. Whatever. I don't know. But yeah, for those who didn't know, this terrifying Deinocheirus thing is actually a close relative, or not a close relative, part of the family that also includes, like, Gallimimus and stuff. It's just a freaky, gigantic version with huge hands. Status check expired. What are these people doing? Okay, status check those, and that. I'm just gonna tell them to do it, and then they'll do it. Maybe we can put Stegoceratops in here. Would you guys be okay with that? Yeah, they like Stegoceratops. We could do that. We have the hybrids around and stuff. You probably don't care. Yeah, you just don't like other sauropods or the Indominus. We do still have those hybrids and stuff going. We definitely have to see those still. Those are Struthi. Struthi's happy, he just needs some water and some friends. Lovely piano music going on in the background. Okay. Yeah. I think it'd be nice to finish off this park and just have, like, these last spaces filled before we move on. It'd be good to have one that we can definitively call done, and it'd also be nice if that first one that was done was this one. Just because it was the first one, you know? This was where it all started. Yeah. Something like that. Our research is almost done as well. On, what was it, power output? Power 5. Nice. Okay, so with that done... I think we're gonna wait on Stegoceratops for now, just because, frankly, next episode needs a highlight. I don't know. Oh, nice. Microceratus claimed a nest. That's awesome. I'm excited to see baby those. They're so little already. Like, can we get a good look at any of these little Lystros? I mean, look at that. Look at how teeny it is. It's just absolutely minuscule. Look at the little footprints. It's so cute. And the stubby tail. They remind me of, like, turtles without their shells, honestly. Quite a bit. Struthi's feeling good? Struthi's are good, yeah. Do they like living with Deinocheirus, or do they just tolerate him? They only tolerate him. It is considered ornithomimosaurin. That's interesting. Yeah, they don't dislike each other, though. Nice. Okay, we've got a couple Microceratus eggs. That's very exciting. Cool. Okay. How's our Hypsies? Where's our Hypsies? There they are. Sleepy. Cute. Okay, how many Nodosauruses do we have in here? 2. Yeah, we definitely need more than that. What's your guys' color? Sandy Desert Papyrana? Should be the same, I think. Yeah, okay, let's just make some more Nodosauruses real quick. Because we can. We're just making herbivores, stalking them. Yeah, just kind of increasing populations, buffing up species list. This view would be really cool if it wasn't so inexplicably cloudy. I don't know what that's about. Yeah. Nodosaurus. What the heck? Why was it so bright? What was that? That was weird. Okay. I was gonna do something. I was just thinking about doing a thing. I think it might have been the monorail. I don't know. Okay, so Lokiceratops is living with Mutta. We've got Edmontosaurus, Corythosaurus. We have quite a few Hadrosaur types already. So I think, how's everyone's tolerance over here? It's okay. Yeah. 13%. Yeah, okay. So we can probably put something else in there. Maybe like a pair of Styracosaurus or something like that. I feel like we just need like a third species to add some more intrigue, but I feel like the Hadrosaurids are very heavily represented already. So yeah. It's always nice when we get to watch the exit animations.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Nodosaurus to the park.
Okay. What about Sinoceratops? Which I don't think we've made yet either. They need like a butt ton of fiber. I don't think that's gonna quite work out. Sinoceratops is a little bit more normal about their fiber. Or Styracosaurus. It's not Sinoceratops. Have we made Psittacosaurus? I think we have. I don't know. What about Gigant Spinosaurus again? Maybe. Ankylosaurus. Pasture wetland. Yeah, they just need a little bit of fruit, honestly. We'll up their tolerance too. I feel like they'd have low tolerance, but Ankylosaurus kind of makes sense in my head for this. Especially Killian Mountains looks pretty good. Maybe there's just like a lone Ankylosaurus in there, and that's kind of a vibe. I like the idea of that. Probably Lithobates looks best for this. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's solid. Definitely want the male then for this. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Okay, and we'll rest these scientists. Yeah. Excellent. That's on the go. I feel like we just need more trees around, even if it's not like the non-native ones, even if it's just like these ones. I think they add a lot. Just to ambiance and like breaking up the sight lines and all that jazz. There. No, come on. Status check these dinosaurs, please. What are you people doing? Oh my goodness, look at those things. Look at how cute they are. Little baby Microceratuses. They're actually kind of terrifying up close. Their faces are a little weird.
We are
But
pleased to welcome a Microceratus to the park.
that's funny. Hi, guys. I like their little spots. Cute. So cute, actually. Yeah. There we go. Rest. Awesome. Okay, we'll release that guy, and then probably figure out where to go from there. Yeah. God, these status checks just getting completely screwed over by the sandstorms, because the sandstorms come in and everybody loses their status checks, and then like everything's spread apart enough that my ranger teams just can't recover. Like, these guys have already lost it again. Was I gonna try and fit a nest in here? I think I was. Might be able to. It destroys the trees. There, we can put him right back. There. And let's just speed that up. Nothing bad is happening right now except for this. Status check the acros. I'm sure this will go well. I feel like I know like the cars can be destroyed and stuff now, but I feel like the game still kind of undersells how big a deal it is that everyone's just casually driving into these, like, I don't know. Like, these people are just casually driving over here with these massive predators, and they're just like, oh, whatever, it's Tuesday, it's just my job. And then their cars get annihilated, and the game's like, oh, well, the car was destroyed, you can buy a new one, as if I didn't put, like, the lives of several employees at risk. You know? I don't know, it just feels funny to me. God, every time there's a new one. Well, our Anki's done, so that's good. Put you up here. Down here. There. And it's gonna want a little bit of fruit. Is everyone okay with that? Oh yeah, they're good. Look at the baby Deinocheirus, it's adorable. They're so little. Genuinely super cute animals. Like, love them. It just... The status check thing is kind of frustrating. It just bugs me, not knowing. Is someone doing this? Just, yeah, status check the dinosaurs. Come on. Okay, Ankylosaurus just needs more fruit. Does it have all the fruit? No, it doesn't. And is it okay with... Yeah, no, it actually likes these species. So, yeah. And everybody's good with this? Status check expiring. Love to see it. Great. It... God. Well, our Hypsies laid eggs, or our Oviraptors did, so that's good. Let's take a look at this Anky. He should have enough fruit once he goes over there. Hi. I really like the look of him, actually. Just a huge, sturdy tank of a dinosaur to complement everyone else. Awesome. Cool. So we're gonna leave this episode off here, I think. Next episode, we will continue to wrangle these status checks and try to get it under control again, because it's gonna drive me insane legitimately otherwise. And we'll also probably make Stegoceratops, because why not? Anyway, hope to see you there. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode and you want to see more. I really, really do appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a delightful rest of your day. Thank you so much. Goodbye.